Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. I got a new mic over the weekend and it's a different type of microphone, so I thought I would give it a shot for this part. Let me know what you think. Here... Okay, I planned to fuse with Tingle and then talk to him to ask how many kinstone fusions I have left, but I forget to talk to him afterwards, so I'm gonna have to do that later. And now, the oracle fusions. Basically, after you finish up their little housing side quest, if you go to each and every one of them and fuse kinstones with them, they will make butterflies appear in 3 specific places throughout the land of Hyrule. And each of these butterflies appears over a patch of flowers, like that. And though they are marked with the same marking as the golden monsters, they're actually quite beneficial. And here I'm showing off the Goron merchant and how much his keenstones cost. I believe the cost goes up steadily the more you purchase his keenstones and make them sold out for a bit. So keep that in mind. Yeah. You want something, Sheepa? Yeah. Pretty kitty. And here we finally fused with the last of them, and I kind of used up the one I needed on Tingle, so that's why I had to go buy some from the Goron. Oopsie. And the last of these little butterflies is in Castor Wilds. And this little lady pops up after a bit. If you talk to her and show her that you acknowledge that she's there, she gives you a red keenstone for noticing her. For some reason I was under the impression that she gave you a piece of heart. So getting the keenstone, I'm like, what? Bitch. And here I'm speaking to Tingle, and as you can see, I have 68 keenstone fusions left before I'm done with them all. That's gonna be a fun montage. And Castor Wilds butterfly. It is a joy butterfly. And now we can dig faster. Wind ruins butterfly. We are now able to shoot our arrows faster. And last but not least, the graveyard butterfly. We are now able to swim faster. Something that's a bit neat, and here I'm taking care of Spookter's second fusion, so that he'll be out of the way, or she, I don't know. Basically, Spookter's first fusion unlocks level 2 of that game in town that I haven't checked out yet. And the second fusion sends Spectre, I think his name is, back to the afterlife. And here Dampe has 2 fusions, so I'm getting those out of the way. Kitty kitty. Sheepa, kitty kitty. Meow meow. Come here, Sheepa. And as you can see, Dampe was the fusion that I forgot about that opens up the gravestone. Oh, she's a good sheep. Kitty kitty. Kitty kitty kitty. Oh, she's a We shall quite big on English. And that is it for damp base fusions. And now we return to the graveyard to inspect the gravestone that has been moved. And here, there's a pink, ghost thingy, Gina. She herself also has 2 kinstone fusions. So, and they're both the same from, what you'll see. Well, no, I cut that second one out. Both of them are the same, but I only had one of the kinstone that she needed, so I just cut out the attempt for the second one. And here we've got more mysterious shells. And now I decide to chase after the mailman because the mailman has a bit of an interesting fusion. If we can find him first. Which I speed up because it takes me a bit to even catch a glimpse of the guy. Stupid dog! And now we've caught up to him. And fuse with him. And he unlocks something that I believe it's called the Swordsman's Newsletter. Basically, if you pay 200 rupees to an NPC that will show up after doing this fusion, you will get a thing that I forget what it does, what it says. And here's a dungeon that resides under Hyrule Town, and there are 4 entrances. I go through 3 because those 3 entrances are what you need in order to get the special treasure. First one, as you saw, was to the right of Mayor Hagen's house. Go down the ladder and you're there. Second one is in this Mitt tunnel. Basically just dig your way through and be careful of the crawly thingies, because if they latch onto you, you won't be able to use your items. And whenever you're crawling around a Mitt tunnel, always keep on the lookout for suspicious squares of emptiness. Because, at least given this perspective, they might be hiding something like a treasure chest. Not big squares like that one, but little squares like this one. And now we go down, and we are back in this little underground dungeon. Open this chest for some rupees. And we go and roll up the second boulder. And the third entrance is down the well. And we swim over here, and we get 100 rupees. Yay! And now push down the final boulder so that we can move this thing along. You could just move it out of the way right at the little boulder junction, but I forgot about that, so I'm doing the long way. And stop using the moments. Now we pull this over and bring it to the hole. And when we open it, it will give us 200 rupees. Now, the fourth entrance to this dungeon is in the Fun Day School, but it's basically a series of bombable blocks, and before you move the chest with the 200 rupees in it, down into the hole, you will not be able to do anything from the Fun Day School entrance. In fact, you won't be able to do anything even after you get the Fun Day School entrance, because yeah, it doesn't really offer anything. Though you may pick up some stuff after bombing the rocks. And basically, to get to that dungeon from the Fun Day School, you gotta push the big statue of the professor guy to either the left or right. And, ooh, this round of collecting figurines. It is quite the fruitful venture. Why? Because I finally obtain a figurine of Mutti in his sorcerer form, if you care to pluck it out from the footage. So now I am no longer mad about missing the Minish party. Yay, sorcerer party! And after I finished this little figurine run, I counted the blank spots in my figurine collection, and after all this, we are down to needing 88 figurines. And let's see, how many shells would that be? Let's just say 1,000. Though we can only hold 999 shells at a time. Which is why I'm doing these little shell runs, because we do not want to grab too many shells before we do not want to grab too many shells at a time, because that will make our things full, and if we grab more shells, we're gonna waste them. And here we have a special little Minish. You know how Beetle sells Picolite over in town? Well, this guy is growing the flowers that Beetle gets the Pico flowers from. And basically he wants to make 3 new type of Pico blooms. But he needs a little something to help alter the growth cycle of the Pico blooms. And so the first ingredient is milk. Now, I can recall which things he needs, but I am going to keep quiet about it because I cannot remember the order right now. So, enjoy that little demonstration of Ferrari's charm and me purchasing the milk. And now that we have the milk for him, we give it to him, and I do not know what exactly the criteria is for how quote-unquote long you need to wait for the Pico blooms to bloom, so I am just going to waste some time doing other stuffs before I actually check his Pico bloom stuffs. And here's a fairy fountain. And Now we are actually going to go and check out this source of the flow business that dead guy was telling us about. Bomb those rocks. And we now have another entrance into the Vale Falls. And swim up there for another heart piece. And go this way. Wow! Look at the size of that waterfall. Beautiful, simply beautiful, my boy. And we fuse the golden kinstone that the king gave us. And the door opens. A stone door. So, this was what they meant by all of that source of the flow business. Well, this waterfall certainly is the source of all Hyrule's water. According to King Gustav, the final element lies somewhere behind the falls. We've dawdled long enough, Mutti. Let's go find that element. And, if you don't know where to look for the source of the flow, you can ask the people in the inn for advice. And, this is it for part 25 of Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. But next time we shall progress through Vale Falls. See you then!